lovely sort of mellow music. But it really, really doesn't like tabbing out. So let's go for a new game. Cold Hearts. Prologue. The Prologue. Have you ever felt like you don't belong, unable to find your place in this strange world? Yes. Surrounded by people you don't connect with, doing daily tasks that don't seem to fit you. Hell, even picking groceries and clothes based on what you think a decent human being would choose. Living the life of an entirely different person with no way to change it. This is my reality since Father died. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for anything except a night spent lying on the couch with a bag of chips, watching TV, or a week-long video game grinding session. Now, I'm not going to say a word. We only had each other, and Father made sure I had both my wallet and fridge full. He owned a shop with household appliances, and I helped him out a few times, but I wasn't really interested in having a job. Basically, you're a layabout. I wasn't paying attention when he tried to teach me how to pay taxes or how to run your own company. I didn't even notice when he became sick. Oh, this is a chirpy little offering. Suddenly everything changed. The lights went out. It felt like I was being slapped in the face with reality. Sadness, grief, guilt. I went through all those phases trying to accept the fact that he's gone forever. Yeah, I can't decide whether I want Robinson on chat or not. Because at least he can't tell me what to do, because there's no point backseat driving a demo of a game that's not out yet. But this is by Outstar Walker, who's one of the GOG stream team. I think she's in charge of the stream team, in fact. And this is her day job. She is a dev. But I never really did. Maybe that's why I tried to live his life now. I took over his company. Every morning I wake up, eat a complete breakfast and go to work, selling washing machines, fridges, toasters, everything just as it should be, except for those sleepless nights. When I try to sleep, dark thoughts haunt me, showing me the worst moments of my life, revealing endless anxieties and my deepest fears. I try counting sheep, but the only thing that really helps is a quick trip to the kitchen to grab something sweet from my fridge. To be fair, I can get behind that. And so we live together in the harmony and balance of a regular schedule, me and my fridge. Every night I come to visit her to ease my worried mind, and then I go back to sleep, except for one night. This is going down a very weird path. The night my fridge came to me. Should I have flagged this as, suspect? Okay. Yep, that covers my reaction. I think somebody has shot my fridge. Who's there? Sure, I heard a weird metallic stomping that woke me from another restless dream. Yeah, if you're thinking about a weird metallic stomping in your flat, you really shouldn't be, musing on the fact. Surely you should be hiding or something. My vision is still blurry after such a sudden awakening. I rub my eyes quickly to find the source of the sound. Suddenly I see it. Aliens! Okay. My fridge is talking to me. Send help. I'm not sure what's more bizarre, a fridge standing right in front of my bed or hearing a female voice in my bedroom. Oh, it is Robinson. What do we think, guys? Sympathetic or cautious? I'm not sure I should be sympathetic to a fridge that's just invaded my bedroom. What the hell? Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Stop hiding behind the fridge, thief. Where's that's a reasonable assumption. My fridge is blushing. What the fuck? To my surprise, the reply I get is sobbing in the same high-pitched female voice I heard before. Oh dear, am I dealing with a psycho? Your fridge is blushing! This is not psycho, this is possession. Just tell me what you want and let's get this over with. I've heard that before. I just wanted to help. Make it easier for Master to... Oh, Master? Oh, now we're going into a whole weird area. An animate fridge that turns up when you're depressed and throws chocolate at you. Fantastic! Where can you buy one of these things? As if that's not enough, the fridge turns around and to the dreaded sound of metallic stomping leaves the room. I'm not sure which more disturbing. This is bonkers. I can't take this anymore. No. I sink back into the pillows, hoping to wake up from this dream. Okay. Yawn. That was a weird dream. I hope I'm not losing my mind. Where's the chocolate? Pardon? I scratch my head and rub my face, trying to wake up. I feel something sticky on my hand, and as soon as I open my eyes, I realise something's wrong. Yeah, I'm slightly scared to click on the next arrow. My bedsheets are covered in something brown, and so are my hands, face and pyjamas. I jump out of bed and quickly remove my clothes in a panic. I know stress can have many effects. I heard about similar disturbances in sleep, but this? As if that wasn't bad enough, there's something sticky on the bottom of my foot too. I raise my leg, hoping to try and stay balanced and catch my foot. It's a dirty chocolate wrapping. I must have eaten it subconsciously while dreaming about that damn fridge. I know about sleepwalking, but sleep eating? Does that even exist? What a mess! Okay. I think we're going to have to clean the room, to be fair. Hoping the chocolate won't leave a stain, I get the washing machine going as quickly as possible. What, you chat it up, take it to drinks. Hope nothing in here plans to talk to me today. If I start chatting up the washing machine, is the fridge going to get jealous? There's a sentence I never thought I'd hear myself say. Eek! Oh god, apparently the washing machine's jealous. I smile and blush, immediately ashamed of being amused by my own joke. I walk out quickly, trying not to overthink the fact that the washing machine sounded angry. Living without my father taught me to be frugal. Sure, I got this apartment in his shop for free, but I have no idea about running a business. Better safe than sorry. After discovering the melted leftover chocolate still in its wrapping, I decide to put it straight into the fridge. I can always eat it at midnight, right? Stepping through the kitchen door, I hesitate. I'm not sure if I'm ready for another interaction with my fridge. I realise how pathetic I must look like. How pathetic I must look like? How pathetic I must look. Afraid of my own household appliances. So, are you in the mood to talk today? The fridge is answering me. I tried to make that sound like a joke, but my voice got rather serious unintentionally. I'm not reading that out. No. Nope, 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 nope. I'm really not. That's rude. Immediately torn between endless shame and a burst of laughter, my face turns red and sweaty. Of course, please do it. Meek. Definitely coming from the fridge. I'm mad. I must be mad. Do I run away, or do I continue having a conversation with my fridge? Fridgey, I feel like my sanity just slipped a gear. This is a very peculiar game. I've never played a visual novel. I've never played a dating sim in my life. And I'm playing altogether the wrong gender, so... And he's apparently a fridgophilic. Who knew? Why is he growing grass on his windowsill? And I don't mean that in any kind of euphemistic way. It seems to be a small section of lawn. I don't know. Yeah, I've never played a dating sim, so naturally I start with the fridge. Sue me. I like to go straight for the big challenge. I don't know. Possibly what's growing on the windowsill. It could be, actually. Right. I think we're going to have to continue the conversation with the fridge. I take a deep breath and decide to completely abandon finding any logical explanation for what's happening. Is it true? Can you talk? Is my own fridge talking to me? I'd worry if someone else's did. I hear a warm, short sound similar to a quiet giggle. It's difficult to call that talking, but at least my dear owner can understand me. Okay. You're there? That's you. I tried to serve you well. I just hope you see that. Oh great, I've got a submissive fridge. Chips, dips, chains, whips. Of course, but don't refer to me as owner. So far you're creeping me out instead of helping. This is too much. I'm out of here. I'm thinking, please stop referring to me as your owner because it's getting excessively creepy. I didn't want to make you angry. Please forgive me. I'll never do it again. You don't have to be afraid. I'll do my best to take care of you, I promise. I am so going to end up sectioned, chopped up, staked, and inside that damn fridge. Her voice sounds so desperate, like her whole existence depends on me. Her emotions feel real, but she's not a real person, is she? For all I know, possession could be a thing. Do you have a name? Suddenly the silence is broken by a loud buzzing coming from the fridge, the same sound I sometimes hear at night, reminding me to buy a newer model to avoid the drone. Anzu. And she's blushing again. She said it quietly, in the tone resembling more of a question than an answer. As far as I know, my father didn't talk with fridges, so she hasn't been called by her real name for at least 10 years. Maybe her original owner did that. I started to create all these theories in my head. It's still a talking fridge. Stop rationalising it. Anzu. Why didn't you talk before? Am I insane? It's currently my favourite. Are you really just a fridge? I think I need some fresh air. Talk to you later. I think we need some clarification that we're not talking some kind of demonically possessed kitchen appliance. Just a fridge? Oh, that did not go down well. Her voice slowly drifts away with an echo, a quite peculiar one considering the size of my kitchen. It sounds like she's standing in the hall. We're standing in the huge hall. Is she somewhere else? I can't remember anything but you walking by me, preparing food and singing in the kitchen. It's a happy memory. Besides that, there's just the void. What's the fridge equivalent of a bunny boiler? Bunny chiller? Void. Cthulhuid bunny chiller? I can hear scraps of her voice sounding like she's exhausted, using all her strength to get another word out. I'm sorry, forgive me, can't remember, can't move, can't feel. Oh God, she's possessed. I am not trying to touch her. Nope, not yet. Nope. Now she sounds like she needs some help. Too bad I have no idea what to do. I've never talked with fridge ladies before, nor tried to solve anyone else's problems. Kazuya is my only friend, and his only problem is to get the proper amount of beer for the night. That I can solve, but the fridge that can't feel or remember anything? Maybe if I plug something in somewhere. We're getting into that weird area again. I want to slap myself, but fortunately before my hand moves I can hear Anzu's voice again. It's nothing, please forgive me, you should go on with your day. I tried to say something in reply, but loud buzzing, typical for my fridge in its usual non-talking days, prevents me from hearing my own thoughts. Maybe I'll try again one day. Let's try to be sane again. I feel a little dizzy as I leave the kitchen and lean against the wall, breathing heavily, trying to pull myself together. I keep telling myself it's stress, that all these nights spent at work have finally caught up with me, and that's the cause of these strange hallucinations. But the voice was real. Well, if it was a hallucination, you would think it was real. That's sort of the point of an hallucination. Deep inside I know it well, but I try not to let these thoughts take over my mind. I feel as if I'm hanging on the edge of sanity, in desperate need of distraction to clear my head. I should probably go to work, or at least decide what to do today. Since the day my father passed away, I've been running his business all by myself even. It's a huge responsibility, but at least I'm the master of my own time. It's up to me if the shop is open or not. Well, I think you may need to see other appliances. Keep it as an open door relationship. Just like father, I'm not a fan of this whole weekend idea. Why waste a day when you could be productive instead? Of course, I'm not a robot. I sometimes take the day off to visit my friend Kazuya and play games just like we did in the old days. It's been a while since I've been around though. To be honest, I can't remember the last day I even took a break. Well, this might explain why you keep hearing your fridge talk to you. Explains the whole fridge hallucination thing. See, even the game agrees with me. Unfortunately, I don't have time to work and visit Kazuya on the same day. Being the only person running such a huge shop full of household appliances, I have to stay late to do all the paperwork and make sure everything's all right. There's barely any time left to read a book or clean the house. How did my father manage to do this all by himself? Why didn't I help him? Because I'm a lazy git. So, I suspect the options are going to be visit Kazuya, or go to work, or go to bed. Going to work would be the most responsible idea. That's what my father would do. I'm not feeling well right now, but there's no more sick leave in my life. I have to grow up and face it. Growing up, that also means not keeping everything to myself and learning when to ask for help. My best friend has always been there for me, so maybe I should tell him about what happened. Though I'm not actually sure how he'd react to the fact that I can hear fridges. Maybe he could actually help me. Yeah, maybe he could get you sectioned. Sometimes I prefer to just stay home and relax, but I'm not sure if I want to risk another conversation with my fridge. I'll give myself a day or two to find out if I'm really insane before I start thinking about professional help. Let's not overreact. Let's hide from my problems and see if any other appliances make advances. Yay, responsibilities! It wouldn't come as a surprise if I said I didn't like my job. Oh, hello. I think Chatty has just poodled on me. party just crashed, so whatever that alert was for, I assume it was a host. In which case, thank you. I don't think it was a follow, but if it was, thank you. Right, I've got a second copy of Chatty open now, so I can actually see it. Okay, wouldn't come as a surprise if I said I didn't like my job. Of course, no one ever forced me into doing it, but I've grown up enough to know I should be thankful to my father and accept his heritage as a serial fridge shagger. I owe everything to him, and even though he's gone now, I still feel I shouldn't let him down. The store's just a few blocks away from my house, and on sunny days I walk there to calm down and relax. I mostly do that when my nightmares get me out of bed early, although last night was an exception. I overslept, so I grab my bike and get cycling. I think we need to turn the sound effects down a bit. Early morning rituals: open the blinds, dust the equipment, dust off your equipment, sweep the floor. It's not a huge retail store, though the customer's area is just part of the building. The other side is a huge storeroom with my father's workshop where we keep used and broken appliances. Which, given the context of this game, is a little bit worrying. Fortunately, Father taught me how to make minor repairs of household equipment, which is useful. So I can always earn extra money by reselling some junk people leave here. Fascinating, right? There's one thing that makes me a little more cheerful about coming here, and by thing, I mean person. That sounded wrong. But yes, there is a certain girl in the neighbourhood that left her fridge with me. It's broken down and she can't afford a new one. She was really nice to me when we spoke, and it's pretty rare for customers in a boring store like this to actually smile. Damn her smile. She's a little bit tomboyish, always wearing a baseball cap with messy hair underneath, and that smile of hers. Okay, so she would appear to have written herself into the game. Ha! I haven't finished the repairs on her fridge yet, but I like to imagine her coming here for small talk. Small talk about refrigerators and washing machines. What else can I hope for? I'm just wondering if this guy is actually a serial killer. What? I open the front door and immediately get slapped by a newspaper thrown by the paperboy. Thanks. Oh my god, I was kidding. I sigh and peel the paper from my face. I peek at the cover and my heart skips a beat. It's her. The baseball cap girl. 21-year-old woman missing. Yuki Honda disappeared on her way to work last Friday morning. She was last seen by her friend in the region of Takatsubento near the local high school, heading towards her workplace at Sober HQ. Basically, everyone's food obsessed. She's wearing a blue baseball cap, plain white t-shirt and blue jeans. If you have any information about this woman, please contact the police at phone number... She's missing? Your fridge has probably eaten her. Last seen near her store, so whatever happened to her, it must have happened in my neighbourhood. But how? Nothing happens here. We're the safest district in the city. I feel goosebumps all over my body. I didn't even know her name. Did you not take her name when she brought her fridge in, or did you just take it on trust? Yuki. Oh dear, Yuki. Oh, good grief. Although it's terrible, I guiltily can't help but feel a little excited. Nothing ever happens around here. Hell, maybe I can ask around, talk to some of my customers and help find her. Oh my god. I can already imagine next week's front page. Shop owner saves baseball cap girl. She also accepts his proposal. Me shaking hands with the mayor. Boo. It's a good thing I don't have a weak heart. It almost jumped out of my chest there. I look up to see the source of the sudden noise and find the delivery man bringing new equipment. He seems very confident in the packaging material, judging by how carelessly he hauls the packages from his truck. It's fragile. Please don't. Sigh near. I scowl at him angrily, but he barely even reacts, apparently more interested in his phone than me. I sigh, sign everything, and ignore him while carefully moving the heavy boxes inside. What do we have here? 2 new microwaves, a used freezer, a blender, a few compact mini fridges, last year models. I start unpacking and making sure that damn delivery driver didn't cause any real damage to the appliances. I can't help but notice a delicious smell, something resembling strawberries and cherries and pepperoni. Weird. Now I'm hungrier now that I think about it. Apparently last night's chocolate catastrophe wasn't enough. I need to call the takeout before... Hello there? Another heart attack. I can't have more than 2 per hour. My first reaction is to frantically look through all of the new appliances, searching for the source of my latest mental breakdown. It's probably one of those damn mini fridges. I swear if one of you starts talking to me... Here, Dumbo, behind you. I turn around and my jaw drops. It's a girl. A new customer, probably. My thoughts drift away to Yuki immediately to try some comparison, but I don't seem to remember her face anymore. This girl is radiant. This girl is freckly. I like the chili necklace. Her perfume reminds me of something really tasty, and she even looks more delicious. I use all my strength to close my mouth, and even more to try and start a conversation. What can I help you with? My voice sounds so high-pitched and weak she may think I'm a hamster. Yep, here we go. She grins at me like I just told a good joke. Nothing really, just passing by. Wanted to check all the cute junk you have around here. Don't mind me. She casually jumps away and sits on one of my precious Mecha Helper 3000 washing machines, kicking it with her sneakers as she waves her legs. She looks around, focusing on each and every piece of equipment I have in my store. She leans towards the washing machine right next to her and proceeds to scratch at one of the manufacturer's stickers, still looking around curiously. I want to stop her from destroying my belongings, but her shorts are cropped so high. Oh God. I should have vetted this game. It's going to get me on a list. So, is this all you have here, Dumbo? Your little paradise of kitchen junk? She leers at me, still scratching with her long polished nails. What a meanie. No, it's not. I have a workshop here too, where I repair everything that others didn't care for. I try to make that sound like very important, honourable stuff to do, but she doesn't even seem to be paying attention. Suddenly she jumps off and comes closer to me, swinging her lovely hips as she approaches. Her smell overwhelms me. I can't. So you have more of this junk in the back, huh? Any special backroom junk for your beloved clientele? I gulp, very, very loud. Oh dear, don't screw this up. Try my best to lower my voice as much as I can. Depends what kind of junk you're interested in. Let me put some Barry White on. I try to wink, but all my face can do right now is something resembling a nervous tick. The flirty expression washes off her face. Now she looks like she pities me. Oh no. Never mind, I guess. I was just passing by. Bye. She rushes outside and disappears out of my sight before I even realise what happened. I breathe heavily for a few seconds and run towards my washing machines, checking the stickers. Huh. She was scratching at it for some time, yet I can't see any damage. Good. At least my equipment is safe. Oh, I think your equipment is completely safe. Can't say the same about my dignity. Fortunately, there were no other unexpected events during my workday. I tend to value normality more and more these days. Am I getting older or what? I close the shop, count the money and clean up the place a little bit. The sun starts to set as a final sign I should probably go home now. But I rarely do that at this hour. Home means loneliness and nothing to occupy myself with, apart from your fridge. When my father passed away, I spent whole nights in the workshop here trying to focus on repairing appliances instead of thinking how much my life sucked. The workshop is a special place to me, but not in a positive way. It's a place to spend time when I feel lost and depressed, the only way to keep myself sane and refocus my thoughts on something productive. My little personal purgatory. I open the workshop door and a cloud of dust hits my lungs, causing a bad cough. I should do something about the mess in here. Oh yeah, it's such a pit. I look around, a desk with an old PC, tons of repair tools obstructing its keyboard, a coffee mug with a cloud of mould popping out of it, boxes of forgotten documents. The huge room is cluttered with old fridges, washing machines and microwaves, some of them totally ruined, others covered with blankets resembling old sick people quietly accepting their fate. Am I personifying items again? Brain, please remind me not to do that. Smiling, I admit to myself that this company is far better than any other I've met today. At least they don't talk. Maybe it's because they're mad at me for leaving them here. Do they feel offended? Let it be this way. I enjoy the silence quite a bit. I stop smiling when my eyes focus on the fridge on the other side of the room. The blanket covering it has holes, letting dust fall in and settle on its top. I throw it to the side, coughing again. This fridge belongs to the baseball cap girl, to Yuki. I wonder where she is and if she'll ever come back for her fridge. Even if she doesn't, damn, why do I even think about it that way? I still feel obliged to repair it. It's not in perfect condition, but I'm sure I can do something with it. Let me just open it and see. If she's inside... It won't budge. I know I've opened it before. What's happened since then? Maybe it's the moisture in this place. I pick up some tools and try to open it using a little bit of force, but it remains tightly shut. I don't want to cause any damage, so I give up. Let's start repair from the back, then. And my ringtone. I check the pockets in panic, finally grab the smartphone and look at its display. Oh, not him, not now. Masato Ibiki. Former business partner of my father and now yet another pain in the arse I have to deal with. He doesn't just own the land his store stands on, but also invests money in it, all for a small cut of the profits. Considering the current economy and my credit rating, this guy is my only hope. A relationship worth cultivating, or rather, one I'm forced to cultivate. I answer the call hesitantly. Hello there! What a pleasant surprise, you actually picked up your phone. Surprise? Surprise? I always answer your calls, you bastard. I can't say that out loud, I have to behave. Expecting me to get angry, you won't get it. Good evening, Mr. Ibiki. How can I help you? I thought you'd know. It appears to me like you have a business plan for the quarter due to... Tomorrow. Yes, it's done actually already. I can deliver it any time. Splendid. Alright, so how about you come over tonight in, let's say, 2 hours? I'll order some dinner and we can look at this plan of yours. You greasy, condescending son of a... Okay, that sounds wonderful, Mr. Ibiki. I'll be there on the dot. Let's hope so. Hope to see you then. Click.
Sorry, tuned out. Did I miss anything important?
Not really, but you're a less disturbing conversationalist than a fridge. I'm a bit scared.
Why? I'm quite enjoying this.
Oh, thanks. Breathe deeply in and out. Keep cool, calm and collected. Let's hope so high. You should hope I'm not taking my plan and shoving it up your... Is there someone in the store? I thought I looked up before visiting the workshop. I look around. No one's there. Well, I'm hearing enough strange things these days. Let's pretend that was just an appliance acting up. Another patient for the workshop. But that'll have to wait. Now I've got to make sure I actually do have a business plan for tonight. Time to get to work. Time passes. It was exhausting, but I'm done, and I'm pretty happy with it. In fact, this was a perfect opportunity to use logic and reason along with my imagination for something really productive. It was fun. I'm growing up. Anyway, I know Bicky doesn't really take me seriously at all, but he'll have a hard time disagreeing with my plan. It will really improve the store's bottom line. I think this will be a successful evening. If I manage to get there on time. I've got to hurry. Mr. Ibiki lives in the outskirts, far away from the rush and noise of the city. The mansion lies mostly in the shadows, but still as impressive as I remember it. It's a McMansion. I love the artwork. Unfortunately, it's not the time for admiration. It's 9:55, and for some reason I'd just rather show up half an hour early for an appointment than be a minute late. So I rush to the door, adjust my tie for the last time, and ring the bell. At first, nothing happens. I'm not sure if letting me wait is part of Ibiki's strategy, or if walking through the entire mansion just takes a lot of time. Maybe it's both. After what feels like an eternity, the door finally opens, and I'm presented with Mr. Ibiki's smug smile, and eyebrows that extend well beyond his face. Who do we have here? Welcome to my humble home. Oh, I really want to slap this guy. That's disgraceful, even for you, Ibiki. Thank you for the invitation, Mr. Ibiki. Mind if I come in? Not at all. I've ordered some first-class sashimi. It should arrive in just a few minutes. How about we eat and talk a little about how things are going for you, how you've managed to settle into the daily routine, which is surely a challenge for you. After that, I'll have a look at the documents you brought me. I would like to punch you in the face so much. I would like to thank you so much for inviting me for dinner, Mr. Rubiki. That sounds like a good plan. He shrugs off my compliment, which gives me time to take in the dining room, dominated by a huge table where place is set for 2 people. Take a seat. Thank you. I thought Ibiki wasn't married. Why would he need such a huge place? I guess for him it's not what he needs that's important, just what he can get. We start with some small talk, a warm up for the battle ahead. Before we're even remotely done talking about how inappropriate the weather seems to be for this season, the doorbell rings again. Seems our dinner has arrived. I'll bring it over. If you please, head over to the kitchen and get us a bottle of wine, would you? I took it out of the cellar this morning and put it in the refrigerator. Gleep! By the time we get to it, it should be the perfect temperature. Okay, I need a drink. Right, this guy is eminently slappable. He waves over to a door which I assume leads to the kitchen. I nod and head towards it while Ibiki leaves the room. Sideways. From what I've seen before, I shouldn't be surprised, but here I am. Everything in this place is massive and looks like you could prepare food for a whole army here. Everything's very modern, especially the appliances, and I'm pretty sure he got nothing from my store. Oh man, that fridge. We've never sold something as advanced as this. Totally out of the range of our usual customer base. Look at that thing. Glossy black tall, some LED lights grace the front below the door. Probably useless, but hey, style over substance. Keep calm. He's getting excited over fridges. Scared now. I wasn't even sure who I was addressing, me or the fridge. I reach for the handle and pull the door open, revealing a whole lot of almost nothing at all. 3 bottles of wine, some Insta food, which I wouldn't have expected, and a lonely slice of pumpkin pie. I randomly pick one of the bottles, as I seriously don't know much about wine. Pretty sure Mr. Ibiki will draw his own conclusions from that, but come on, it's not like you have to be a wine expert to run a store, right? Well, unless it's a wine store. As I reach for the door to close it, the lid of the freezer compartment suddenly springs open. Startled, I step back and watch in shock as the whole area around the fridge is quickly swallowed by a mist caused by the temperature difference. What a powerful freezer! I gotta go do something before I get into trouble. And we wouldn't want that now, would we? I almost dropped the bottle of wine, hearing this voice. Oh, not again. As the blood quickly escapes my face, a figure emerges through the mist. Still just being a silhouette, I can clearly see the proportions. Hello. What? It's a woman with a wasp-like hip and legs that seem to reach all the way up to the heavens. Hello. It's really not my type. It's just as well Robinson's not watching this. As she emerges from the mist, her appearance hits me like a blow to the heart. Smoky eyes and cherry red lips framed by flowing hair. An elegant and pompous dress which shrouds yet still emphasises every little detail of a perfectly proportioned statue. This is ridiculously silly and good fun. Oh God. Well, you can if you like. I can't get it chatty at the moment because if I try and tab out this, because it's the demo, it does not like it very much at all. I doubt she's online. Go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Bans me from buying the game or ever streaming it again. Not breaking eye contact for a split second, she nearly floats towards me, almost casually hitting the lid of the freezer with a graceful swing of her hips, putting an end to the continuous flow of mist, threatening to engulf the whole kitchen. Yeah. So you're Masto's little partner, hmm? Interesting. Very interesting. Her cold eyes seem to scan me thoroughly, sending shivers down my spine. The way she addresses Mr. Ibiki and the way she's dressed, she's clearly no maid. What do you think, she lived in the freezer? Could she be Ibiki's wife? May he be married after all? Or maybe his girlfriend? Don't just stand here. Do something. Yeah. I'm sorry. Mr. Ibiki didn't mention... Oh, of course he didn't mention me. How could he? That's alright. I'm Ume. It's a pleasure to meet you. How could he? What a curious thing to say. Why would anyone not carry a woman around like this, like a trophy? She's stunning. She's coming closer. Oh my. Not the most talkative type, are you? With a good selection of wine, I see. Be careful, though. It may go straight to your head. And I'm sure you don't want things going out of control. Or do you? I'm electrified, unable to move. I notice that while she's running her fingers over the label of the bottle I'm desperately holding onto like a lifeline, I feel absolutely nothing at her touch. It seems... Wait... Her fingers are clearly reaching through the glass. This woman, Ume, is not real. It took you this long to twig? The realization hits me like a slap to the face. Of course he didn't mention me. That's how she emerged from the mist, but she did close the lid of the freezer. Oh, God help me. She's another one. But she's also standing right in front of me. How is this possible? Is it stress? Have I gone completely insane? Both. What do I do? Turn around and leave the kitchen? Be cautious and cold? Or be courageous? Throwing this one open to chat because I am so far out of my depth, it is unfreaking real. This game's balmy. I don't know when it goes on full sale. Yeah, I think yes. Courageous with a kitchen knife, possibly. Okay, she clearly isn't real, but that doesn't help any. I feel like a deer in the headlights, but I can't take my eyes off this beautiful beast. You have to excuse me, I have no idea how you're doing this. How do you do it? Oh, that's a loaded question. Do what? She looks honestly confused. Did I go too far? Did I hurt her? How could I? I didn't say anything wrong, or did I? How do you appear like this? So human and not a fridge. Oh, so you don't like what you see. Now that would be a shame. I went too far. I have to fix it now. Please forgive me. That's not what I meant. You look stunning, and I'm impressed. Don't say it. Yes? Damn it. Now I'm no further ahead. I still don't know how a fridge is able to appear in nearly human form right in front of my eyes, but at least I managed to completely embarrass myself. Good job. Regnified. If anyone has any idea what the hell Outstar was smoking when she came up with this, I would like to know. But I suppose it's no more ridiculous than some of the stuff I've seen people playing. Thank you very much, sweetheart. Her smile grows. I don't think she's honest at all. I'm such a fool to even pray for that. I think I should leave and try to cool down, ironically. Now, if you excuse me, I have a dinner to attend to. I turn around and storm out of the kitchen. I have no idea how long I spent in the kitchen, but luckily it passed unnoticed. Ibiki is just about to prepare a huge mixed sashimi platter and my mouth starts to water. I'm desperately looking for something to keep my mind off whatever just happened in the kitchen, and this food just looks like the most delicious escape I've ever seen. What now? What? This shop is really cosy. If it wasn't so smelly, I could live here. What? Who are you? Is this a prank? I don't even. I put down the bottle of wine as Ibiki looks up to me. Oh, there you are. I see you've made your choice. Interesting. Honestly, I don't care anymore. All I want to do is eat and get this evening over with. But it's not going to be so easy now, is it? As we proceed to eat, Ibiki immediately begins to interrogate me. So, how are things looking over at the store? Pretty good, can't complain. Still have a steady stream of customers and they seem to be very happy. Oh, that's good to hear. I imagine it was hard to pick up where he left off, getting acquainted with the customer base, digging into all this paperwork. No problems with it at all? No, you knew my father. He was an orderly man. He treated his customers with the utmost respect. Continuing his work couldn't have been easier. It just needed a little bit of dedication. It was no big deal. Right, now my phone's getting in on the act. That was a bit cold, yes. The way Ibiki fails to show any sensitivity towards the passing of my father is just downright pissing me off. I meet his eyes and see his expression shifting slightly. Is that a spark of recognition? Maybe he feels he has to test me, make sure I'm good for this job. And yes, feelings have no place out there. Maybe I misjudged his intentions. As the end of dinner draws near, topics get more casual. Mr. Ibiki gives up asking me about the work and I'm happy about it. Of course there's still the business plan, but my confidence is growing immensely. Well, that was good. Now how about we have another glass of wine while we look at your project? Sounds good? As I grab for the folder from my bag, I notice a wave of mist coming through the gap underneath the kitchen door. What the hell? The freezer was... Ume closed it, did she? Wait, if she's just a figment of my imagination, does that mean the fridge is still open? Oh no. Improvise. In panic, I look further through my bag and pat my pockets. I've lost my phone. Oh really? That's a shame. If you've lost it on your way here, then... No, I'm pretty sure I had it when I went to get the wine. It must be in the kitchen. Oh, in that case. Would you mind if I quickly go get it? I got it for my father and it's pretty important to me and I'm sure you understand. And please don't wait to start looking over my plan. I'm sure you'll find it satisfying. Very well then. So I rush to the kitchen, making sure Ibiki doesn't notice the mist as I pass through the door. As I enter, I expect the godlike figure that is Ume standing in the middle of the room, piercing me with her cold eyes. But instead the kitchen is empty. Even the mist is slowly dissipating as the fridge seems firmly closed. I step closer to make sure there's nothing wrong with it. Phew, there's plenty wrong with it, mate. I run my finger along the seam sealing the gap between the door and the case of the fridge, trying to convince myself it's not damaged. Suddenly I hear a moaning and immediately stop. I look up and see Ume sitting on top of the fridge. On top of herself? That is so weird. Running her fingers through her hair, biting her lip in pure ecstasy. I immediately retract my hand upon realising what I've just done. Oh, God. I have to say, you know how to use your fingers. I'm blushing. Oh, I hope it's not all too visible. Time to act. Be swift. Stay cool. Be technical about it, or be a gentleman. I'm really not sure where to go with this. I can't imagine either one not getting me into terrible, terrible trouble. Oh God. Yeah. I'm a technician. I think I need to be technical. Oh, I've got to close my eyes and click. Pray for me. You know, you shouldn't do that. You're built to keep your inner temperature steady, and playing around like this may overload your motor. Oh, it could be worse, I suppose. She still seems confident, but I can definitely see her smile fading, even if it's an almost unnoticeable nuance. Or maybe I like to live on the edge, and I've got to say, if anything, you played around with my temperature more than I have. Now I'm definitely blushing. I have to get this back under control, get my eyes off her, and get back to business. Well, I'm happy you seem to feel good. I was worried you might have a defect. Where is what? Regnif. Sorry, TB? Oh, worried? That's a shame. Don't want you to lose your focus now that the talks with Masato are getting more serious. To be honest, I don't know what you want. Really now? That's disappointing. Well, if that's the case, hush, back to work then. Her words hit me more than she probably realises, or maybe that's exactly what she wants. I have to maintain my priorities. Finishing this evening well is more important than anything else, and I mustn't stumble because of her. Confident about my goals, I leave the kitchen. Oh boy. Mr. Ibiki is still studying my business plan. I nod towards him and show my phone, which of course has been in my back pocket the whole time, and take a seat next to him. As Mr. Ibiki grasps the content of the documents I presented to him, he begins asking questions, trying to poke holes in my strategy. Despite the events of the evening, or maybe because of them, I may manage to keep my mind focused and answer the best I can. With each answer I give, Mr. Ibiki seems more and more satisfied with me, even though I still think it's a long way until I can call this respect. Eventually we reach the final details of my plan. Yeah, Frici, I figured you meant Outstar. No, I'm just trying to... This whole game is just whacked out. I'm enjoying it, but it's bonkers. But I can't have a simple victory, can I? From the corner of my eye I see the door to the kitchen opening slightly, Ume leaning against the frame with a seductive smile on her face. What if Mr. Ibiki sees her? Can he see her? Would that be my problem? I can't risk it. The evening has gone so well, and I can't let a refrigerator mess it all up. I clear my throat to get Ibiki's attention. Mr. Ibiki, I spend a lot of time talking during the day. Would it be okay if I get a glass of water from the kitchen? Of course. Suit yourself. I'll look over the numbers one last time. Thanks. I rush towards the kitchen and see Ume disappearing from the doorframe. As I enter, I see Ume is definitely up to no good. She's leaning against the fridge, her spine arched slightly back, flattering all the advantages of her upper body. With her head cocked to one side, it makes for a mischievous and equally seductive look. Definitely up to no good. She knows it, we both know it. It's time to confront her about it. I'm not sure aggressive is the way to go with the ghostly spirit of an electrical appliance. Polite. I'm seeing other fridges. Look, Ume, I don't know what you're up to or why. You obviously know that this evening's very important to me, so with all due respect, please let it go. Let me have this success. I really need it. Please? Ume pushes herself off the fridge. Oh, is that so? You're cute, you know that. Of course I know how important playtime is for you. Playtime? You think this is a game? Slowly she comes closer, swinging her hips with every gracious step she takes. Of course it is. Humans love to play, first as children, then as adults. The only difference lies in the stakes, which grow higher and higher. And that's the most intriguing aspect. She's now standing right in front of me, her lips just inches away from mine. There's just one difference between me and most other adults. I try to find my voice. And that would be? Ume moves her head, bringing her lips dangerously close to my ear as she whispers, I still have fun playing games. My whole body shakes like crazy and I have a hard time keeping my thoughts straight. My vision blurs as I suddenly wrap my arms around Ume. I hear her sigh, and while everything is fading to black, all I can think of is how cold her skin feels. Hey! As I slowly come to my senses, my vision is dominated by a huge chunk of darkness. Oh no, he'll see me with her. He might get jealous. But maybe she prefers me? Maybe she wants to stay with me forever? I open my eyes wide and look around, only to realise I'm gently hugging a fridge with my lips pressed to its doors. Oh God, what happened? What's going on here? Are you alright? Yeah, I'd like to know that myself. I'm sorry, I must have passed out. Good. Well, I'd like to attribute that to my improvisational skills. It's not as far away from the truth. A wave of embarrassment hits me as I see a stain of spittle running down the sleek back front of Mr. Rubiki's fridge. What have I done? Slowly I turn towards Mr. Rubiki's voice came from. And yes, slowly shaking his head, he seems to have noticed it too. I'm sorry, I felt so weak all of a sudden. The day must have been harder than I wanted to admit. His gaze is incomprehensible, but he doesn't seem to be angry. It's okay. Look, I'm going to call you a taxi to get you home. You're not getting on that bike of yours. They can transport it too. But... no buts. Now let me make the call and you get another glass of water. I comply. A few minutes pass and Ibiki comes back. They'll be here any minute. Let's go outside. The fresh air will do you good. He's called the special police. So I checked all the documents, young man. They look good. Really good, in fact. I think I'll continue my investment and maybe even add a little extra. There's some real potential here. Thank you very much, Mr. Rubiki. I appreciate your kind words. Your father taught you well. You can be proud of yourself. Now, I'm sure you have another hard day tomorrow, but I recommend you take it off and maybe go see a doctor. Trust me, you can't be productive if you're not healthy. Yeah. It's a very nice jacket, but the sleeves are far too long. As the Okay. I should be happy that despite what happened, everything went well, but I can't shake the feeling of defeat. That dream. I heard a voice coming out of my fridge. I opened it and found a talking cake inside. It was begging me to eat it and moaned in bliss when I finally did. I should probably call a specialist. Yeah. This day started with an unexpected call from City Hall. Apparently there's a pigeon infestation in the area where my shop is located. They apologise for the inconvenience, but the streets are closed for now. They can't risk another epidemic. I think about people in hazmat suits doing shoes all day. I smile at this thought, but my humour immediately dies when I realise Ibiki won't care whether there were pigeons or not. I would most likely be scolded for not opening the shop during the apocalypse. Or Pidgeocalypse. Pidgeocalypse. I should probably use this day to visit Kazuya. I haven't done that in a while, and I could probably use some reckless relaxation to video games. I was sure I could cope with everything myself. Apparently this was a mistake. It's time to confide in a friend, the best one there is, Kazuya. Well, he's the only friend I've ever had. However, this could be an even bigger mistake. Is my brain switching to autopilot? I'm not really sure how, but I have a phone in my hand and a familiar voice comes through it. Hi, sup? Kazuya, it's me. I know, caller ID, remember when the 21st century happened? What can I do for you? Dude, I realise that this may sound absolutely crazy. I think I'm losing my mind. Calm down, tell me what happened nice and slowly. A moment of hesitation. I'm not thinking straight. Can I really tell him what happened? Everyone already looks down on me anyway. A hopeless and whimsical dreamer. I see myself wrapped up in a straitjacket already. But then again, Kazuya is my best friend. We could also talk about everything. Then on the other hand, he doesn't really take anything seriously. He lives by a simple philosophy. Problem? Party hard. Bigger problem? Party even harder. You still there? I'm really worried here. Tell me what's up. He sounds honestly concerned. Maybe I could tell him the truth. You wouldn't believe me anyway. Try me. I'm hearing it's been talking to me. What? The sudden raise of his voice catches me off guard, and in it I can hear an honest feel of desperation. He is concerned. A good friend. My fridge, Kazuya, it's been talking to me. Moment of silence. You were right about one thing. What's that? I don't believe you. I have to hold the phone away from my ear while Kazuya laughs uncontrollably. I'm not sure if I should feel ashamed, offended, or concerned. I can't blame anybody but myself for sharing something as crazy like this. I'm not even sure I believe it myself, with a goofball like Kazuya. But this is one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. I had to tell someone. Finally, the laughter fades. I'm sorry, mate, but you have to admit this is absolutely hilarious. I'm glad you see it like that. I wish I could too. Hey, with all you've been through in the last few weeks, I'm not surprised your brain's taking a vacation in the bizarro dimension. What you need is some serious downtime. Oh goody, here we go again. Come over, let's talk, have a drink. Don't worry, it's on the house. I'm not looking forward to drowning this whole thing in alcohol. Even if I'm just imagining things, I want to get this sorted out professionally. Then again, I did just call Kazuya, didn't I? My eyes wander through the room and eventually rest on the fridge. On the other hand, right now, everything else seems better than another chat with her. Damn it. I'll be there in a minute. I don't need a response. In one fluid motion, I end the call, put the phone in my pocket and grab my jacket while storming out the door. It's a 15-minute bike ride to Kazuya's place, and I try to keep my focus on pedalling. I don't want to think about it at all. Hell, maybe drowning all this insanity in booze is exactly the answer I'm looking for. The world around me becomes a blur of indistinct visuals and shreds of sound buzzing through my head like a swarm of angry hornets, enough to keep me from thinking straight. I have no idea how I made it to Kazuya's apartment without having an accident, but I did it. We've got the record here, barely 10 minutes. I'm sweating like a pig in a bacon factory. Well, at least I know Kazuya won't mind that at all. He isn't the cleanest guy either. Kinky? Sure enough, shortly after ringing the doorbell, I hear some rustling and what sounds like a week's worth of dishes crashing to the floor. Case in point. Suddenly Kazuya opens the door, almost ripping it from its hinges. The smile on his face is strangely familiar, slightly crooked, and his eyes gleam like those of a psychopath. What have I got myself into? Damn it, at this point I don't care anymore. It can't get any worse, I hope. Must say, I didn't expect you this early. Did you cape the company helicopter? Come in, let's have a chat. Thanks, Kazuya. I don't mind his remark about the alleged luxury I'm apparently living in, but while he leads me through the rest of the mess that barely resembles a living room, I start to realise how he could get envious of the life I was living. Though right now I would not have anything against changing places with him. I clear the couch of TV remotes, game controllers, and a plastic bag of questionable contents. I sit down just in time to see Kazuya plunge down next to me, holding a can of beer in front of my face. He looks at me, waiting patiently for me to take a long sip, probably counting on the fact that booze will loosen my tongue. So, can you please tell me what happened, step by step? The beer works quickly, sending a warm feeling of fuzziness throughout my whole body, but I still maintain enough self-control not to make a fool out of myself. For the first time this game! But then again, this whole thing was probably just me going insane over the events of the last few weeks. I want to be rational, especially since he still has that awful smile on his face, and it's growing wider with every passing second. Okay, do I get sectioned, or does he just force illicit substances down my throat? I'm tending towards tell him what happened exactly, and see what happens. I need to drink again. If nothing else, this is letting me practice my cold reading. So, I told you I haven't been sleeping well these days. This one night was more or less the same until I heard a rumble and suddenly my fridge was standing right in front of my bed and it spoke with the voice of a girl offering me something to eat. Well, that's not surprising. You tell me all the time how you eat all sorts of cold trash before going to sleep. It's no wonder you dream weird shit after such a diet, mate. I know, dude. I thought it was a dream as well, but guess what? The story doesn't end there. The next morning I went to get breakfast and she spoke again. Get out of here. What'd she say? So I start talking, telling him everything. I talk fast, but don't leave out any details. I don't care anymore. I don't want to deal with this madness alone anymore. As I finish my story, Kazuya takes another sip from his beer, leans back and says, "You don't by chance happen to have one of those new fridges? You know, one that connects to the internet and orders food itself? Maybe it was just telling you it needed an update." Kazuya, "You know my fridge, it is almost as old as me. It doesn't have a modem or speaker. It can't speak, or it shouldn't, but she did. And yet she gave you something to eat, right?" "Yes." "Kazuya, am I going insane?" He takes a small sip while looking at the table. "I think so. I'm sorry to tell you straight. I mean, a girl that's so caring for her sweetheart, even preparing food, that's crazy, dude." Yes, I actually meant sight reading. I was looking at the word cold on the wall. "Oh, screw you, Kazuya." "What the hell, man, you are not helping. I'm seriously worried I'm losing my shit here." "Calm down, Worry Pants. I just wanted to brighten up your mood a bit. I'm sorry. I realise it was a bad joke. But in all honesty, you aren't crazy. A bit loopy maybe, but that's absolutely understandable." "I mean, just look at the mess you've gotten yourself into, being forced into a suit, repeating the same drill every day, echoing stupid sales phrases to faceless customers. That's not what you want. It's not who you are. You want to be creative, express yourself, and your mind is going completely apeshit over that." I have to compliment Kazuya. In an attempt not to burst into laughter, he presses his lips together until they turn into a thin, bloodless line. I know myself how crazy this must all sound, but he really must seem to be determined to help. In his own way, of course. "So, assuming you're right, what do you think I should do? Quit my job? Sell the store? What then? It's not like I have any other jobs that will keep my fridge full." And too late. Kazuya's laughing again. Hey. Time for another sip of beer. Maybe it'll wash away the shame. At least I can fill the time until he's done laughing. "I can't tell you how to treat your girl. Also, I haven't said you should quit your job. Don't jump the gun, dude. You're stuck from head to toe in a big pile of manure, and even though it stinks like hell, you won't drag yourself out of it in one day. First and foremost, and I know that just sounds like what I would say anyway, you gotta chill out a bit, bro. Get your mind off things and give yourself some space to breathe." "So you mean..." "Yes, knock yourself out. It's what you need right now." "You know what? You're right. I definitely need a breather. Let's kill some booze." "Sounds like a plan to me." Tangerine wins! Arte Glory victory! Oh, fair. All you do is just button mash. I, on the other hand, read the damn manual. Well, if I can beat you just like that, you didn't have shit to have learned enough. Just like back in school. Yeah, no, that sounds like an awesome idea. Shut your trap, I need to go take a leak. While I do that, you go get some more beer. What, from the fridge? Oh, I'm not sure about that. I should maybe go home, dude. Can you still stand? Bravely, I raise from the warm and fuzzy sofa, and am shocked by the fact that my legs are still there and carry me flawlessly. You are a genius. Then off to the kitchen. Yes, sir. Still astounded by the functionality of my legs, I stumble into the kitchen, hitting the light switch like a mighty ninja, slicing a bamboo stick in half. Awesome! I spin around and reach for the handle of the fridge, while suddenly, "Get your hands off my booze, you nutcracker!" Ninja immediately stops in motion. I'm pretty sure I'm drunk. But I'm even more sure that was Kazuya's fridge talking to me. In a raspy but definitely female voice, my response will be as sharp as a katana of the mighty ninja. Wait. The fridge is talking to me. Do I call for help? Do I apologise? I'm not going to puke. Huh. I'm inclined to apologise. I'm truly sorry. I don't know what got into me. Ah, flipping great. Not only are you completely drunk, but you seem to have lost both of your balls somewhere. Do you also do the homework of the girls that beat you up in school? Excuse me? That's not how you talk to a ninja. Also, I'm not going to school anymore. I own my own store. How lovely. What do you sell? Used pants? No, it's a household supply store, and it's very successful. Well, it will be soon. Now stop laughing. You're just as childish as Kazuya. And you're pissed. Did you just say that? What? Get your sorry face out of here before I kill you! What are you talking about? The question is, what are you talking about? And to whom? I didn't even hear Kazuya coming in. I spin around to face him, which frankly isn't the best idea. Now my legs don't seem to work at all, and I see the floor approaching with terrifying speed. Luckily, Kazuya isn't such a lightweight when it comes to booze, and still possesses enough reflexes to catch and hold me. Oh, Kazuya, it's you. You're a real ninja. Oh, look at the two lovebirds. Now kiss. What a meanie. I curl up, holding Kazuya's shirt like a newborn baby. Can you get me home? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Kazuya is a good friend. Supporting me with his left arm and pushing my bike with the other, we walk silently through the night. Seems like an unwritten rule now we won't talk about what happened earlier, and while I'm seriously concerned about what Kazuya may think of me, I'm also thankful. The fresh air gets my blood pumping and the alcohol unleashes its hidden potential. In short, I'm dizzy as hell. Yep, when you've been drinking all evening and you're fine, and then you walk out of the pub. Luckily, Kazuya doesn't seem taxed at all. We reach my home in, frankly, I have no idea how much time has passed. Eventually, Kazuya reaches in my pocket to fish out my keys, opens the door, gently leans my bike on the wall, and guides me further into the dark hallway, straight to the bathroom. Yeah, night, exactly. It's fine, you're nicely buzzing along, and now wham. Alright, buddy, here we are. Kazuya, I may be drunk, but I know this is not my bed. He opens the lid of the toilet. It's not, my friend, but I'll tell you what, this is much safer. Now get down there and hug that bowl as if your life depended on it. I have no objection. I kneel down, resting my head on the toilet seat. Kazuya was right. I am now prepared. Thank you, buddy. Good night. Don't worry about it. Give me a call tomorrow. See ya. And with this, he casually strolls out of my sight and into the night. See, I can write. I should rhyme. I can write poetry. It's my destiny. Slowly I drift off into the warm embrace of sleep. Oh dear. Dirty. Oh no. Filthy. Oh no. Well? Look at you. Filthy, drunk, stained. Need to be cleaned. Pre-wash followed by main wash. Hot. At least 80 degrees. And don't forget the softener. As I turn my head towards where I think the voice came from, I see the display screen of my washing machine flickering in a very odd way. Oh man, not this too. I got this washing machine a few weeks ago, and it's constantly annoying me with all the technology it's filled with. Isn't that stuff supposed to make your life easier? Of course it's great, it automatically detects what clothes I put into it, chooses the right program and detergent, checks if you need softener, and even shows me how to dry my stuff. That's cool and all. But whatever time I've saved by this, I've wasted it twice over reading manuals, updating its firmware, rebooting, even needs an internet connection. A washing machine hooked up to the internet. Nonsense. Whatever it wants now, I'm sure it can wait until tomorrow. Thinking of all this, I slowly drift into sleep. What? Ah! I jump as if stung by a hornet. How did my head end up in the toilet bowl? I swear if my hair is wet, I'm going to shave my head. I run my hand through my hair. Oh, thank the gods, all seems normal. Well, as normal as waking up like this can be, and why the hell am I naked? Okay, let's summarize. I called Kazuya. We were drinking. That explains everything. And then there was his fridge. I barely remember that. Must have been wasted by this point. I do, however, remember he brought me home to the bathroom. That explains the toilet bowl. I do not remember undressing. I know Kazuya can be weird, but he surely wouldn't. Oh, would he? My thoughts are interrupted by a light and soft melody. Realization hits me like a hammer. The washing machine. Slowly I turn around just to see the lid of the washing machine opening with a sound that sounds like a sigh. I get closer, kneel down and reach for my clothes, same ones I wore yesterday, clean and dry. Still warm, they emit a sweet smell, and as I take them out, I think I can hear the sighing again. Good morning. I timed it so you can start your day fresh, clean and comfortable. You should be satisfied. Or not. I don't care. It's done. As before, I jump up, this time almost losing my balance. Almost. Phew. May have ended up in the toilet bowl again. That voice definitely came from my washing machine, and I read her. I read her. I read its manual. It can't talk. It's never talked before. But it does, in a strict, cold, feminine voice. Oh dear. Oh, Kazuya, you. Yes, lie. Why is all this happening to me? Oh, I was hoping you'd be pleased with me tending to your attire. The display of the washing machine is flickering like crazy. Do I doubt her existence? Do I talk to her? Or do I run away? Huh. Let's go full nutsoids. Let me get this straight. While I was sleeping, you undressed me. For a moment there's silence. The blinking of the display stops and dims in brightness. Suddenly a sound is coming out of my washing machine. I'm not sure if it's barfing or sobbing. Forgive my intrusion. Let me assure you it was probably far more unpleasant for me than it was for you. I can't. Her voice is shaking, quivering. It's clear to see how hard she's fighting to keep her composure. And then she lets it out. I can't stand all this filth! Her behaviour, no, devotion, is downright terrifying, and I'm not sure how to react. I feel like I'm the elephant in the room, destroying her rules like soap bubbles with my mere presence. What should I do? Scold her or apologise? Do I apologise to my washing machine for upsetting her routine? Oh boy. Oh, yeah. Everything's having a go. Yeah, I'm coming down to apologise. I find it hard to shout at anyone who's done my laundry. I kneel down in front of her. I feel a bit silly still being naked, but I feel this is important. My dear washing machine, after all you've done for me, I have to apologise. I hurt you, and that wasn't my intention. I was just very surprised to wake up like this. Suddenly the display is flashing to full brightness, even beyond it. Is she blushing? How did I even come to this conclusion? Must not submit to filth. That was weird. Her voice changed for a moment, resembling more of a robot than a human being. Is everything all right? Triple buzz and back to normal voice. Did she just clear her throat? She doesn't even have a throat. Oh lordy. Yes, excuse me, it's probably the smell. Can't think straight within this pollution. You still mad at me? No reply. Instead there is a loud beeping informing me that the self-cleaning system has started. Though the machine is modern, it runs pretty loud. I try to speak louder so she can hear me. Alright, do you have a name? A name? I am but a servant. I serve. I wash. Nothing else. Name. Here we go again. She has no problem with our language, and it doesn't sound as if she doesn't know what the term name means. She clearly does. It's just like she has a hard time remembering it. My name's not important. Proceed to stage 1 of cleaning. Water pump on. She's working even louder now, making it hard to maintain a conversation. Oh, come on, don't be so humble. After all, you're washing all my clothes, even my underwear. Without that, I couldn't even show up for work. You take care of very important things for me, and thus I would like to know your name." No reply, just whirling. I sigh, thinking that the conversation is over now. Well, at least I tried. "Suiko. It's Suiko. Proceed to stage 2. Yeah, okay, let's nag the washing machine. I feel like I'm still dreaming. She's but an object, something I use, but something keeps me with her, attached like a magnet. It shouldn't matter to me, but I feel it's important to make things right now. Suiko is a very good, nice name. I just wish you'd stop referring to yourself as my servant." For a moment the display is flashing again, irregularly fast, while from deep within her I hear a sound I've never heard before. I can't even remotely imagine what part of her machine body would cause it. Suddenly I am deeply worried. "Suiko, you okay?" "I'm fine.
Oh,
Stage 3.
that's good. I like that. Thanks for the cheer.
You really want to stick anything soft and vulnerable into something that has a spin cycle?" You scared me there for a second. "How can I scare you? Are you washing machine phobic? Oh, what else have I to deal with?" "What? I wasn't scared of you. Then why don't you want my services anymore all of a sudden? I thought you were happy with me." "I am, very much so." "I do not understand your request." "I just don't want to see you as a servant. You're something different." "I don't understand." "Me neither, Suiko. I have no idea what's going on. With me, with you, with the whole world around me. Am I not cleaning your dirty clothes, making them pure? This is what matters the most." Great, I've got no CD washing machine. And yes, by the way, hello Bungun. "You do, of course, but now you also talk to me. You did not do that before. Do you understand what I mean?" "No, forgive me if my data's wrong, but I have not undergone any changes since the software update 2.1 last week. You, however, you noticed me, and this is causing a great filthy confusion." At this point I realise this situation is as weird to her as it is to me. What if all my appliances think I ignored them on purpose? My stomach cramps up at this thought. I cannot even begin to understand how they must have felt, and feel now. "Suiko, you have to believe me that I never ignored you on purpose. I simply couldn't hear you before. Do you understand this, Suiko? The information you provided is being gathered and stored within my memory. Understanding will come in time." Her voice sounds a little more warm, though it concerns me how strict she is. Seems like this is going to be a long road. Still pondering, Suiko surprises me by breaking the silence. "May I be so rude as to ask you a question too?" "Of course." "Could you please take a shower? You smell dirty." I had to laugh out and I immediately hoped she wouldn't take it as an offence. "Yeah, I need a shower. Yeah, no point. Dirty clothes, clean clothes, dirty body." "Oh dear, I think you're right. This morning's probably no longer young, but if I hurry it shouldn't take more than a few minutes, so why not?" While I jump into the shower, I hear her faintly, "Thank you, that's way better." It's so weird knowing she's there watching, but on the other hand I do not feel any embarrassment. I mean, she undressed me last night, but there's still no tension. Does she even have eyes? Can she see me? Suiko feels so pure and clean, yet she doesn't seem to have a problem seeing me naked, or feel anything for that matter. It's really weird, but I wonder what she would be like if I managed to cheer her up out of being so strict. Make her feel less like what she really is. This is also weird. I'm talking about a washing machine. I should really wrap this up and get this day started. Get a clear head. After I get out of the shower, I dress myself and brush my teeth. Alright, thanks for cleaning my stuff. That saved me a lot of time. I gotta go now. See you later. I wink towards Suiko, but she doesn't answer at all. Well, let's finally start this day. My head. I've just realised the weird aftertaste in my mouth is not the only thing left over from last evening. There's also pain. A horrible headache, burning stomach, and overall I'm not feeling like I should be lived today. I should probably stay home and rest, but I can't possibly leave the shop closed for another day. I should probably have a small nap, this time on my own bed instead of the toilet bowl. I can't put trust in my own decisions these days, especially when I'm so sleepy. That dream. Again. I woke up feeling uneasy. Everything that's happened in the past 3 days is slowly leading me to the conclusion that I'm not fully okay. Or worse, if I'm okay, the world is not. As a kid, I always dreamt about having superpowers, but talking to house appliances was absolutely not on the list. What if everything can talk? I can bet I've seen a cartoon or movie about it before. Maybe even every little spoon or needle in his house has its own soul, character, or identity. How many innocent creatures have I hurt in my entire life by walking over used cigarettes and bottle caps? What about the pavement? I think it's time I face my fears once again. I'm in desperate need of chocolate anyway. I get up lazily and proceed towards the kitchen. Unwillingly, my loud yawn smoothly transforms into a hi-yo. Like my vocal cords couldn't wait to meet every possible talking item in this house. I smile to myself, hearing no reply. Yeah. Night. Chocolate. Yes, I have some in the other room, actually. Good morning. My legs decide to freeze all of a sudden and I barely catch my breath and stay on my feet. I wish it were my fridge's voice. It's not. Pardon my sudden interruption of your daily schedule. It's time to talk. My eyes shift slowly towards the living room and regain focus. There's a man sitting on my couch. Some part of me wants to scream and call the police, but the majority of my brain either thinks he's not a threat or that he's not real. He doesn't look real for sir, that's for sure. His white curly hair has a very strange luminescent colour, similar to his eyes. Oh my god, is your television taken on human form now? He seems very pale and skinny, almost sickly, but there's weird power resonating from his sight alone. I can't clearly state if he's physical. Feels like I'm watching a ghost who suddenly materialised in my room. Talk about what? I want to ask him so many questions, but I can't. My voice barely gets out of my throat. Tell me, have you experienced any weird things lately? Says the guy who just materialised on my sofa. Telling the truth. His question surprises me for a second, but I realise there's no point in lying now. Yes. Items around me talk, turn into humans and back. I hear voices. The man smiles gently and nods his head. I'm really glad you're not trying to refuse their existence. A small step, but it's a good start. In all honesty, I didn't expect that from you. I'm more puzzled than I ever was, and considering past 2 days, that is a record. What did you expect from me? Something like your father would do. Analyse, find a resolution, go back to your daily task like nothing ever happened. He smiles wider, looking into the distance. Was he remembering something? Thinking about it, maybe that's why you can hear them. Maybe this huge mystery can be solved so easily. Wait, what? What mystery? Fridge hearing superpowers? It's not in genes? Oh, wait, what? The first rule is I cannot give you every answer you want. Not that I'm in possession of every single answer, if that changes anything. I wish I could help you more than this, but unless you're on the right track, my hands are tied. Wait, the first rule of what? Suddenly I hear a loud buzzing coming from the kitchen, slowly dissolving into a sweet female voice. Hello, master? Who are you talking to? The man smiles gently. The second rule is they can't hear me nor see me. It doesn't work both ways, though. I can see them, see right through them to their very roots. I know where they come from, I know where they reside. I could potentially do much more than that. But I'm not allowed to interact with them, nor am I allowed to assist you in that interaction. He pauses to wait for a reaction from me, but I'm still frozen shut. I'm Jack's broken freezer. The third rule is, I am to advise the one of power, one who cannot be pushed onto a certain path or brought around to my point of view. I cannot be subjective. I can only ask, sometimes answer, in our case, and in case your path leads you to failure or death. I'm trembling. He sounds so serious. Too serious. I'm supposed to leave, forever. Are those rules clear? Nothing's clear, my mind included. I'm not even sure where to start. My head is buzzing with questions, but he said he can't give me answers, right? How is it supposed to work? So this is not just about talking to attractive refrigerators? The man laughs a little, but continues looking at me mysteriously. There are more things in heaven and earth than I dreamt of, and talking fridges are just one of them. So, welcome to the end of the demo. Thanks for sticking with me through some of the weirdest stuff I've played this side of Dark Dreams Don't Die. What do we reckon, guys? Yeah, I'm on. Yep, it's up there, isn't it? It is up there with Dark Dreams Don't Die. Do I dare look at the collectibles? You'll be able to collect fridge magnets and images you unlock on your path coming soon. Okay, given I don't play dating sims. Yeah, I was. Robinson would have had severe problems, I feel. That's what VOD was invented for. Yeah. As I said, I don't normally play dating sims, but this one is whacked out enough that I might be inclined to give it a go. I think I will, in fact, when it comes to full release. I think I will be giving that one a go. And streaming from the end of the prologue. Take it from there. Because this is shot to buggery, and I quite enjoyed it. So, yes. Thanks for watching. Yeah. I think this is one possibly not to play sober, but that's just me. It's quite fun. I don't know if this is going to have voice acting, because I don't know enough about visual novels as a genre. But it's been quite fun giving the personalities to the various appliances. Next time rum. Yes, very rum. Right, so I think that's it for the night. So I will bid you a good night and possibly go and get some rum. Good night all.